Hi, I'm Austin. Right now I'm about to read a letter that I wrote today regarding civil rights and gay marriage. I want to apologize about the shadows under my eyes. The lighting in here isn't that great. Okay, and here it is. Today we are faced with a topic that has brought dispute, anger, and upset to many people. Same-sex marriage. We live in a society where blacks and whites, men and women, rich and poor, can all sit down together at the table of brotherhood. Our nation has made great progress since our founding, yet still we are so far away from perfection. In the mid-20th century, our nation was divided, a minority and a majority, blacks and whites living together, working together, and under the same leaders, yet having different laws and different rights. This is the issue that caused so much dispute 50 years ago. These issues were resolved. Our nation and our leaders agreed that equal rights for all are the best rights. Today, we find ourselves in the same situation. Just this week, a fellow state passed a law, like many other states, that denies one group of people certain rights that others are granted. This law is wrong, unconstitutional, and it is discriminatory. It brings hypocrisy to this nation. The 14th Amendment grants all citizens the right to equal protection under the law. Denying one group of people the same rights that are allowed for others is a direct violation of this clause. The First Amendment gives us the Establishment Clause, making sure that our lawmakers do not create any law based upon religious views. In the case of North Carolina's Amendment 1, majority reasoning is based upon deep religious roots. We turn to a different subject when we look at Article 4 of the United States Constitution. Amendment 1 of the North Carolina Constitution denies gay people their marriage rights issued in another state when they are in North Carolina. This violates the full faith and credit clause of Article 4. This law was created simply as a means of implementing hatred and discrimination towards members of the gay community. What other gain comes from making a constitutional amendment about something that was already not allowed? There are many other reasons why people believe same-sex marriage should not be allowed. One of these reasons is that people believe that the allowance of same-sex marriage will decrease the population of our country. This comes from the knowledge that two people of the same sex cannot reproduce. And while that is true, the claim that legalizing same-sex marriage will decrease the overall population is simply not true. A same-sex marriage law does not create more gay people. Gay people will always be, and regardless of any law telling them how they can live their lives, they will always love one another. This is a pitiful case for the opposition of same-sex marriage. A different, more logical opinion rises on the basis of religious morals. To those people out there who have a religious opinion against same-sex marriage, may you be reminded, someone else's marriage does not make you gay. It simply allows those who want to get married to the ones they love the opportunity to do so. To the lawmakers who use a religion as a defense for traditional marriage, you have taken a public office. You are bound to uphold the Constitution, which in its First Amendment says that no law should be made with religious influence. When you run for a legislative office, you are accepting that you will do all legislative work without any regards for your religious beliefs. Your personal religious belief is to be left behind when making a law. Some people have the idea that we wish to redefine marriage. In response, I want to quote Cynthia Nixon and more recently Jesse Tyler Ferguson. When women got the vote, they did not redefine voting. When African Americans got the right to sit at a lunch counter alongside white people, they did not redefine eating out. Another group of people believe that same-sex marriage will corrupt our children. This is an ignorant and ridiculous accusation. After a legalization of same-sex marriage, the topic wouldn't be talked about as much. It would be as normal as any other law. Those scared of corrupting youth think about the intolerance and hate our society teaches when making laws to do nothing more than attack the already so oppressed gay community. Here's another rarely seen opinion on same-sex marriage. The legality of same-sex marriage is far deeper than the legal binds of two individuals. Legalizing gay marriage would greatly support the movement and the hate that is all too common among many young LGBT members. How can someone expect people to not discriminate when our own laws do? The fight for same-sex marriage is not a ploy to deplete religion, corrupt children, or kill our population. The fight for same-sex marriage is a fight for equality. The same fight African Americans fought 50 years ago, the same fight our nation fought more than 200 years ago. While I'm on the topic of civil rights and equality for African Americans, I'd like to quote the great Justice John Harlan. In view of the Constitution, in the eye of the law, there is in this country no superior, dominant, ruling class of citizens. There is no caste here. Our Constitution is colorblind, and neither knows nor tolerates classes among citizens. In respect of civil rights, all citizens are equal before the law. The humblest is the peer of the most powerful. The law regards man as man, and takes no account of his surroundings when his civil rights, as guaranteed by the supreme law of the land, are involved. Likewise, the Declaration of Independence, the document that created our nation, the nation that was fighting for its own equality, says that all men are created equal. Talk about redefining words. Who redefined the word all to exclude some? The very document that our lawmakers and citizens live by does not discriminate. It has no bias, contains no exceptions. So why should we? At what point were some people created more equal than others? America has been a great nation. We have our struggles, and we aren't always right. America, you are wrong. We will not rest until the equality we fought so much for in the last 3 centuries is given to us all. We did not vote on your marriages. Don't vote on ours. Let us be made equal to you. Let the youth of our nation be able to walk down the halls of schools proud to hold their heads up, proud to be alive. This will happen, with or without your support. We're coming. Be ready.